A lot of people have been complaining about defense and what's the best setting to prevent sliding all over the place. Is it 0, 5, 10, maybe even 30? Today I'm going to be going over the best settings for you to help you improve your defense. Let's talk about it. What's good? It is your boy Bake. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it's tutorial with your boy Bake. If you want more tutorials like this defense tutorial we about to do, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bar to Cook Up Nation. Before we get started, I need to give you 5 seconds to like the video and comment below what defensive settings do you have. Now that we got that out the way, it's time to help you young boys and girls on finding the best defensive settings for you in NBA 2K21. I'm going to be breaking down defensive settings from 0, 10, and even 30. So we're going to have some slow-mos and some clips of all those things. So without further ado, let's jump into defensive settings of 0. Some of the things I noticed with 0 defensive assist settings is that you have more control of your player. Whatever you move is more fluid, especially when you play in my career or modes that don't have a lot of latency and lag. I'm able to control where I want my player to go. And there's a lot more penalties as well when you use 0 defensive settings. When you use 0 defensive settings, your player can easily go left and right real quickly if you're using and overuse the turbo button. And you see a lot of this at the park when people are complaining about sliding everywhere and not really having full control. It's not that they don't have full control, it's that it's so much input lag and input delay. When you try to move your player where you want to move, it's a delay on the response time of which your player reacts and moves to you. And so that's why a lot of people complain. But when there's no delay and there's 0 lag, then you get to really show the benefits of having 0 defensive setting, or 0, I should say. And so when you see some of these clips, I'm moving around my player to see how fully control I have, how much full control I have of my player. And I notice when I use that turbo button a lot, I can easily zoom from the left and zoom from the right. And one thing you're going to start to see when you have 10 or 20 and the higher the defensive AI assist, then you're going to see that you're not going to move a lot, but you're not going to have full responsiveness and full control of your player. And so hopefully that makes sense. But let's get into what it looks like when you have 10 defensive setting. All right. So with the 10, what you realize is that it's a tug of war between you and the AI. And so you really got to find a balance on how you move, and you have to understand the AI movement in the game for this to really be maximizable and for you to take advantage of using defensive AI assists when it comes to intense defense. If you do too much and the AI is trying to go a certain way, that's when you get stuck and people have blow-bys. And you're going to see some examples I'm going to show you. But look how my player is backpedaling. It's like we're fighting against each other, and the AI wants to go one way and my controller wants to go another way. And so it's a lot of give and take. Though you do not slide as much when you play online modes, you have less responsiveness and control of your player. And you're going to see in these modes where you see my guys I'm battling with my guy to try to stand still because the AI is trying to move my guy while I'm trying to move my guy. And so as you can see right there, I get blown by because I'm trying to move, but the AI doesn't move. It doesn't move and it doesn't register to move. So you really start to see like the benefits and the cons of using 10 defensive setting. So once you learn how to sort of master what the AI wants to do, you can use it for your benefit. As you can see in this play right here, I know that the best thing to do is to move back because that's what the AI really wants to do. And if I make the right move, look, I'm able to play great defense using higher or defensive assists. When it comes to intense defense, we play great defense. Now let's move to where when you have 30 assists with intense defense. Now with 30, you're going to really see that you really don't slide a lot of places. But look at that right there. You see that right there? It's really intense when it comes to trying to have full control. You don't have a lot of control at all but you don't slide all over the place as well. And you're gonna see that when we play some online modes. Like, you don't slide with 10, and the higher you get, the less slides you get, but the less control you have. And you really have to master what the defense wants to do, or the defensive AI wants to do. And if you can master that, it can work well for you. And so when you use these settings, you have to know what preference or what works well for you to know which one is the most beneficial for how you play defense, okay? So as you can see right there, like, I really don't be sliding a lot. It's like it zooms and it magnifies me to my player a lot of times. Like, it's not like I really have control. It's more like the defensive assist is really magnifying me to my player where I'm not getting beat a lot of times. And so with that being said, it's really complicated at times to use higher defensive assists because you really don't have control. So if you don't like to really have control, you want the AI to, you know, have more control of how you play defense and you don't slide as much and you get that magnifying effect, then you can use a higher defensive setting. So to simplify it is just know if you have 0 defensive assists, you have more control of your player, but you have more error of mistake. And if you have higher defensive intensity assists, then you have less control, but less error of mistake when it comes to sliding everywhere. And so it's pretty much based off your preference. What do you prefer? And it definitely helps when you have higher defensive setting, when you're playing at laggy modes like, you know, the park, the neighborhood, and things like that. But when you're playing in confined areas, then you really get to use 0 defense assist, because then you have full control and you can play and move how you want to move. So I think it's a lot to do with 2K's lag and the neighborhood and the latency and the input delay of when you move your player and when your player moves. And you really understand too, with higher defensive settings, it's a give and take as well too, because it has to register where you want to go. And if you move the stick in the wrong way, your dang guy won't literally move. It takes a while for it to process the move, and it takes a while for them to process what they do. So it's up to you on what you choose to play with. I say, you know, find your preference. I can't tell you the right one or the best one. I'll just say find your preference, find out what works best for you. All right, if this video helped you out, definitely watch more videos in 2KU with your boy Bake, where we help you improve your 2K game. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Live life stress less. You're rocking with one of the best. Without the man upstairs, my life would be a mess. I love y'all so much. Cook Up Nation, we're different. Tune in for Friday for we do a badge breakdown. I can't wait. See you soon. Peace.